Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, come on, look. Ooh, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Lord. I want to say good morning to everybody and thank you to my subscribers. Yes. Okay. Look, this part hashtag Cherokee Purple 2025. Look, these are now my other contender. It's up to my hip, so it's outside in the ground. But these two right here, these are gonna go to my mom's house today. These are the Cherokee Purple, so I have about two more on my table, and I just haven't had time to put them in the ground. I have not had time to put them in the ground yet. Because yesterday I was helping my mom. Well, what I want to say. I was prepping her beds, all five of her beds. Yesterday I put down some blood meal, bone meal, and some Epsom salt for the tomatoes and things like that. I think I put Epsom salt in three beds because the Epsom salt was hard as bricks, so it took a long time to break up. I used a brick to just break it up, and let me see, and I used Miracle Grow, the granular fertilizer, like tomato tone. So I put that in all of her beds. And the plants that were given to me for free, for her, I put they were, you know what? Yeah, they were bone dry. They were so bone dry. I'm like, man, I'm like, when last time you watered these? She was like, they've been outside. But yeah, even my own garden, everything like it's just completely dry. So when I put the seedlings down in the ground, they were brittle. You know what I'm saying? The soil was brittle. It was nowhere near wet. Just a tad down, but I lifted that. I pushed that seedling up out of that cup, and it was just like dust, really. But anyway, but yeah, I helped her do those. Like I say, she is still housebound, and I know it's driving her crazy. So, but anyway, I did help her with that, and I'm gonna ask her today. I went up to her house yesterday, but I didn't see anybody at the school, so I may have to go in and buy her seedlings from her. I mean, for her. So I'm gonna go to my local nursery today, and I'm gonna ask her what is it that she wants to grow, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get her whatever it is she wants. She normally does squash, zucchini, cucumbers, eggplant. Her eggplant loves her garden. Okra. Last year she did hot peppers. This was like her second time doing it, but last year it really thrived. It thrived up until when I said we got that first frost. It thrived up until then. I think I went and clipped it before the first frost. I'm like, this is gonna be the last time I harvest it. I mean, cause ain't nothing else gonna come. But I was wrong. I went. We had a frost from one Sunday to the middle of the week to the following Sunday. I was able to go out. I just went out there to look at the garden just to start putting stuff. Man, I looked at the hot pepper plant. She had hot peppers on there. I'm like, man, so that was literally was the last harvest. So clipped all that out and gave it to her, and she did whatever she did. Think she baked it and saved it for my sister. Whenever she came down to visit for Christmas. So, but anyway, yeah. So, and I do have some watermelon in my own. They're still in a cup. Some in the ground. Don't get me wrong, y'all. Some are in the ground. But yeah. But these are contenders. Y'all see where they at? They still, they babies. I'm gonna go and put them in the ground. Like I said, I'm gonna. It's just was two in this cup. So I tell you, I could give those two away. I mean, I could give these away. Ain't no need me trying to harbor everything. Share. That's what we were talking going over right here. But anyway, guys, look, I am here for another reason. Um Sound like I hear something buzzing, but I don't it's not my phone. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, I'm here for another reason. Um and it I'm titling this why aren't why aren't your fruit trees producing? Because I have an Alberta peach tree in my backyard. And I think y'all saw a video where I had all the blooms, and we finna get ready to get a hard freeze plus a lot of rain. Some of the blooms did drop because of the weather, but I do have I my pe I think the Alberta peach tree is just an early producer because normally my fruit is gone by really by May or I'm going to even say July. But I ate one yesterday and it was really very very sweet. But anyway, I did have some fruit drop, and so we're gonna go over. I have some reasons. Yes, I took notes. So we're gonna be going over some things today. But I was just telling you about my experience. Um, so, but he dropped he did drop some fruit, and we do get the yard, we eat it. So during the course of maybe like the fall winter, I noticed the trunk of the tree. And I'm like, man, I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. Maybe that it had got the peach tree borer because the trunk. I don't know if the person who we eat at the yard kind of messed up the trunk. Other people don't care about your stuff because I didn't have like a little gate or anything around it to keep them from kind of like touching the trunk of the tree. But I normally try to keep weeds and anything anywhere from around it. I do. But my fruit has been dropping. Now they're turning red. I'm gonna take a picture. I probably have to use my husband's phone to take a picture. I'm having a half flash, y'all. But anyway, yeah. The fruit has been dropping, and so whatever's been dropping, I have been throwing away. And some of them are really really red to avoid the birds and it and everything going on and picking on it and stuff like that. We've been going on and picking it. It is a heavy producer. The plums were small. The peach tree, I'm sorry, the peach tree, they were small, but they have kind of grown in size. They're decent size. So, like I said, the one I had yesterday, it was a nice size, and it it was sweet. But yeah. So what I'm going over today is why aren't my fruit trees producing? I just wanted to give y'all a little, my about my experience. So one could be pollination. True, because I had all those blooms in really like January and February. I had all those blooms, and there weren't any bees that I could see or whatever out there pollinating. So pollination could be an issue. And let's see, frost damage. Because we've been having some very crazy winters. I'm gonna say since I started gardening, probably like around 2016, I did not have my own land. Well, but I can tell you, Novembers and Decembers were warm. Aside from, I mean, we had warm Novembers and Decembers, and it's been that way since. We've just been having. I'm real bad. It's just been that way since. So yeah. Um. Just I mean warm winters and January and February will be the frost time. So yeah. So I'm going to try to go over some of the things. Let's say pollination is one, frost damage, pest infestation. Okay, so I like the peach tree borer, the plum curio, insufficient lighting. So when you're I'm going to go with some things. When you're choosing, I'm just going to say this. When you're choosing a fruit tree, take into account your land. How much space do I have? Do I want to put it in the ground? Do I want to keep it in a container? Because some of the fruit trees and things that we want, like the peach tree, no, like the fig tree and the plum tree, no, pear tree, they have deep taproot, y'all. So we need to take into account, do we, how much space do we have in our yard? You don't want anything messing up the foundation of your house. Okay, another one is you want to me, in my opinion, because I know of the space that I have, I'm choosing things that are self fertile. I do my homework. I do my due diligence when I really want a fruit tree. Um, and I have chosen to pretty much keep everything in containers because I want everything about my height, and that way I can control the height, the canopy of it, and I want to be able to reach it. Now my Alberta peach tree, that's a different story. A few years ago it was about 10 feet tall. I mean, my neighbors on the corner could see it, but because she was like, "What's that red?" I'm like, she didn't know I had a peach tree, and I told her, "So that's my peach tree. Well, I want some," but so we had a strong windstorm that damaged the top of it, so that ended up breaking on its own. But I think that summer, I think the following year, I did prune. I prune every year. I came in and I did I did some severe pruning because it was just about 2 years ago. It was just out of control. I mean, it was beautiful, but I didn't want my tree that tall. So you want to take into account, is the tree self fertile? I'm gonna be honest. That's what I go for. Now, if you like the apple tree, some of them apple trees and cherry trees, you do need a partner for it. You need a, that's not the word I want to use, but you need something that can help pollinate that tree, and they need to be within a certain proximity of each other. So again, take into account space. So, but basically, I try to choose trees that are self fertile. I do. Um, yep. Okay. Let's say, that's me. I do my due diligence whenever I'm choosing a particular fruit tree for whatever reason. Like my nectarine tree, it's self fertile. I forgot what kind of nectarine tree, but I got fruit on her. When I get my phone back up and working, as far as taking pictures and vlogging, I'll let y'all see it. Now my cherry tree, I'm gonna have the other one. I think is dead. I'm gonna leave it right there for right now, but I'm gonna get another one that's gonna be a match for it. And I think the size pot that I have them in, they are great. But they're gonna be in pots. They're gonna be in pots. So I think, and even the just everything. You just want to take into account those things, those factors. I know for certain. Um, Insufficient lighting. You want to make sure that wherever you place your fruit trees on your property, that it's in an area to where it can get light. You know, like part of my backyard, the lot next door has a pecan tree. So that shades this area. I'm just saying this it shades this area over here. Then my neighbor next door has a big old tree in her yard. This up and it shades that part. Now I do get sun overhead. Let's say at noon till till about 3 or 4. 4 it starts moving around the front of the house. I'm just saying, yeah. But yeah. So um, let's see. Now look, I took some notes, but I ain't reading them. But yeah, I'm just telling you all about my experience. Another one is improper pruning. Like I say, I prune my trees whenever they are done fruiting. I wait, like my Alberta peach tree may everything may be gone off of it come July, and I just make certain, and I don't start pruning it in July. I think I start pruning it in September, because I do fertilize my trees. I give it a slow release fertilizer. I do the fish. Hold on. I have so many methods of fertilizing. I do my super juice. I do a slow release fertilizer, and you want to have a maintenance schedule for your fertilization. Me, because we got so much rain, the super juice would be a good time to do it. Or if you want to do 511, or even if you want to do a granular fertilizer, or what, just whatever you choose that you want to do as far as fertilizing your trees. You just want to keep it on schedule, just like a garden. You don't want to go out there. I mean, you don't want to go out there and fertilize every month, every week. You want to at least every 2 weeks or something like that. Do whatever is comfortable for you. You don't want to over fertilize. I compost. So, along with the slow release fertilizer, I do. I'll lay compost around um come out some around my trees. I do. Um, I do. That's part of my fertilizing method. So all right, let's see. And like I say, the weather, um, the weather just been crazy. You know, the weather's messing with all of our fruit trees and our garden and things like that. So yeah, like I said, I took some notes, but I'm not going everything. I'm not saying I'm not going over everything. You know, but so that was rather quick. I didn't even know, so I'm just talking from my experience. But you know, those are just some of the reasons: pollination, frost damage, pest infestation, and if you the pest infestation. So keep a watch on your trees, the trunk of your trees especially. So you can do Miss Georgia Peachnut. She does candle and clay. You could also use another pesticide. Let me see. I've been trying. Let's see. You can use neem oil. You just it's not the one that it's one that a lot of people use. I don't too much care for the seven dust. I mean not that, but let me see if I can kind of find it right quick. A copper fungicide. That's what I've been trying to say all along. Yeah, a copper fungicide. Using that on your fruit trees. Again, you want to keep everything on schedule. Um, cause like with the candle and clay, every time it gets done raining, you got to go back out there and reapply it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you are being attentive to your garden, you know. So though I just want to come in and cover that, you know, those pointers on why aren't my fruit trees producing fruit, and those are some of the reasons: pollination, improper tree vigor, frost damage, pest infestation, and insufficient lighting and improper pruning. You know, so when it comes to pruning, like I say, wait until your fruit gets done dropping. And like, okay, let's take into account my muscadine grapevine. Yeah. So when she's done, oh my gosh, I'm gonna say it's probably done fruiting, setting fruit. I mean, we can go all the way to I'm honestly almost November picking grapes off of my Albert, no, off my muscadine grapevine. It is and it is loaded. I haven't been out there to look under her canopy, but it's loaded. So I mean, it ain't like it's done in July and August. No, I can go all the way to almost November still picking grapes. Because the longer you let it sit on there, oh my gosh, the plump the plumper it gets, the juice and everything from it. So and once it's done, and I know it's done because I'm out there picking them, and I don't want the birds and stuff getting them, you know, or the squirrels or whatever getting my grapes. I I started pruning, and on the and now granted, YouTube is here. You got to do your due diligence when it comes to the pruning. Mark your videos. You can contact your local extension service for any of those reasons. They'll be more than happy to help you. They do have literature in there because I know mine does. I mean, it's the wall is just filled with pamphlets for you to get and to read. And so take notes. I take notes and also refer back to my video to the videos that I watch to learn how to do my grapevine, my peach tree, and things like that. So, but as far as my muscadine grapevine, I probably prune it about 4 times because it's still getting fertilized. I know some people say only fertilize, maybe do the slow release fertilizer quarterly, 4 times a year. But if I did do that method, I still would come in and fertilize with compost and you know, maybe my super juice or something like that. But my muscadine grapevine, I literally do prune her about 4 times the fall season because I just want to make certain that I kind of give it a nice haircut. But this is May, early April. Y'all saw her. I said even mid-April, she was touching the gate. I'm like, man, yeah, just the tendrils were touching the gate. That's a good little distance. And so, I mean, I have to walk up under her. I have to duck up under her like an umbrella. But I mean, I'm gonna give her a good cut, So that lets you know that I'm taking very, taking care of it very well. But anyway, guys, look, I have enjoyed talking to you all today, and take something from my video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Um, because my channel is all about my life, my gardening. Um, you know, um, I'm not hopping on a niche. To be honest with you, I'm not health, and all like that. Now I need to get back into my working out, because one, last week my knees were affecting me and things like that. So I could tell there's a little stiffness in there. And last week it rained pretty much all week. But anyway, so yeah, but yeah, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and give me a thumbs up, guys. All right. This is Wanda, and remember to smile today, and somebody loves you, okay? Y'all be blessed, all right, guys? Okay, thank you.